Welcome to the NSIC Spotlight, the voice of the NSIC student athletes, powered by GPAC. GPAC, growing people and companies. I'm your host, Nick Corner, Assistant Commissioner at the Northern Sun. Today, we're joined by the NSIC Player of the Year, Antwan Kimmons of the NSIC regular season champion Concordia-St. Paul Golden Bear men's basketball team. Antwan, thanks for joining us on the Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
All right, as we do each week, let's start with you telling us a bit about yourself.
My name is Antwan Kimmons, for the people that don't know me. I am from St. Paul, Minnesota. I attended Tartan High School in my high school days. I graduated last year with my undergrad in sociology. I'm now currently pursuing my master's in the field of trauma and resiliency.
You're a sixth-year senior. You said you were a standout at Tartan High School, then 3 seasons at Northern Iowa. Tell us about your journey to arrive at CSP.
It was a long journey, fun, but a tough one. A lot of adversity. Being at Tartan, if you know anything about Tartan, being from Minnesota, just hard-nosed basketball school. I didn't start out too well there. I had my ups and downs there, and then I figured it out. And, then I went to UNI straight out of high school, and I had my, some good moments there, some bad moments there, a lot of ups and downs. And then I found out I was having a child, and I decided to come home and be a dad. And, best decision of my life. And then I got here in CSP, and the same thing. A lot of adversity getting here, and, different changes and, different scenarios. I had a lot more on my plate, a lot more on my shoulders. But, now it's good. And the good things are coming. So.
I'd go back to that adversity part for a second. Last season, you suffered a season-ending injury. You're able to come back rejuvenated this season. What did you learn about yourself from that injury, and how did you deal with the adversity?
Uh, what I learned about myself is I got some resiliency about me that, breaking my back was pretty major, and it wasn't something that was like a small injury. It was something that was serious, and, it kept me out for 7 months. So I learned that I had resiliency, and then I also learned about, getting closer with God and just keeping faith in Him and, believing in myself and taking those steps every day to constantly, talk to myself and positive talk and I learned some things and picked up things that, that I'm going to take along my journey after I get done at CSP and I get into adulthood and, if I continue to play, I can use the same things that I learned last year after breaking my back.
Yeah, the positivity that led over to this season as the Golden Bears earned the NSIC men's basketball regular season title for the first time since joining the league back in 1999. Also earned their first NCAA postseason appearance. What's it mean for you to be part of all this?
It means a whole lot. Just to be a part of all of this, it means more for me to do this for the school. First time in history to win a conference championship, and then also the first time to, go to the national tournament. It's super huge. It's big. It's bigger than me, and that's what it means to me. You know what I mean? To walk around the school and know that, faculty and, students are, reaping the benefits of what we're doing. It's awesome.
Yeah, you mentioned the vibe on campus. That's got to be just all across campus with the unique situation. The women's basketball team also earned the NSIC regular season championship last week. They won the conference tournament. They're going to the big dance. Why has Concordia-St. Paul basketball seen so much success this season for both the men and the women?
The people that we have great people. We have great, student athletes. The women's side, all great girls. Every single one of them, they cheer us on. Just great people, great human beings. They do the right things, and I think that's what's carrying over. Both teams, get along really well. I'm not around the women's team every day, but I see them practice. I see them around, and the vibes are great. You know what I mean? And the same thing for us. Everybody love each other, and I think that's the big part of success. And then around campus is just it's love from the students, the other teams. Baseball, football, volleyball. Just they pour into us. So I think that's the reason.
You guys are obviously flying high. You're coming off that regular season title. Things didn't quite go your way in the opening round of the NSIC tournament. You scored 35 points in your first NSIC postseason appearance, but ultimately ended up falling by 9 to Minot State. Golden Bears earned an at-large bid to the big dance, and then you draw Minot State again to open the tournament down in Topeka on Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Coach Fletcher said after the regular season that you guys were guaranteed 2 more games with the conference tournament and the regional games. What do you and the Golden Bears need to do Saturday to make sure the season continues?
We just need to get back to who we are as a group. Sharing the ball, being there for each other, and doing what we've done all year. I mean, we're leading the conference in scoring, so we can do that. And if we do that at a high level and do it, our game plan, we focus and lock in, and we demand that out of ourselves. I mean, we come out with the win, and then on the defensive side, if we can just lock in and help each other out and do the best that we can and rebound and get defensive rebounds and get in transition. I mean, the sky's the limit, and one game at a time. So 7:30 Saturday comes, we're locked in and just gonna try to do the best we can and do our jobs.
You're the catalyst on the team. Coach Fletcher called you one of the fastest people he's ever seen with a basketball. But there's also a bond with this entire team. Talk about that team bond that this team has this season.
I mean, like I said, it starts with Coach Fletch. I mean, Fletch is the man he is. The father he is. It starts with him. The relationships he has with us. Most head coaches they're not player coaches. It's the assistant coaches. But Coach Fletch is a players coach. He cares about all of us, and it bleeds into the rest of the group. Everybody else cares about each other because how Fletch cares about us. And not only does he care about us, he cares about, the assistants, Nick Perrin, um, uh, Mick, Brian Smith, those guys, Neil Fletcher, his dad, having him on the staff is, stuff, things like that, it means a lot. So that's credit to the bond that, credit to Coach Fletch, I should say. He's amazing. So that's that bond that we have. It's mainly because of him.
Your collegiate basketball career is going to wrap up sometime this month, hopefully later than sooner. But when you look back and reflect on your career, you've been doing this the last 6 years. Just what are some of the bigger thoughts or memories you're going to have from just that run over the last 6 years?
Um, you would think that it would be the basketball side of things, but I mean, I just would say the relationships that I had with my teammates. You know what I mean? Marcus Skeet, Ian Sluice, Reed Patterson, Sean Matthews, Japan Kellogg, like those guys are meeting those guys has been huge. And being around those guys outside of basketball has been huge. The support they give me, the how they uplift me, like that's what I'm gonna remember the most. Not the basketball things. Obviously, we'll forever remember that we won a conference, but the relationships that we have off the court. Marcus Skeet has always lifted me up and telling me how great I am, and and not in a way of on basketball court, but just off the basketball court that just gives me the boost to play better on the basketball court and have that relationship and chemistry with him. When I'm doing bad, he comes to talk to me and he gets me riled up and vice versa. Marcus Skeet has made my time at CSP, just amazing. So I think my teammates, all my teammates that I have over the last 6 years is what I'm gonna remember the most in all the moments.
Final question for you. What's been the best piece of advice you've been given during your athletic career?
Oh, that's a I don't know. I would say from and Coach Fletch again, just telling me, just believing in me. I wouldn't even say just a single piece of advice. I would singly say that his belief in me was it was the greatest thing that that could ever happen to me, outside of my daughter and my family. But yeah, him telling me, when I first got here, is that he believed in me and he's seen everything that's happening right now and it's coming into fruition. Like I would have to say that is the biggest and the best advice I've got in my college career.
I definitely something there as you guys had a phenomenal season. It's not over yet. Again, Saturday night, 7:30 p.m. down in Topeka, Kansas, take on Minot State in the opening round of the NCAA basketball tournament. That's going to wrap up this week's show. Thanks again to our sponsor, gpac. Antwan, best of luck to you and the Gold Bears this weekend.
Thank you.